can you find, I mean, how can you fail to come to Africa? You see, Africa is a continent or a community. We are just one community, and we are so I mean, we have so rich in culture. We have very diverse cultures. I mean, good yes, cultures, good experience. We have good places to visit. We have many tourist attraction centers. We have beautiful foods and different of different types, and just the experience of being in Africa itself, it's something that is worth not missing. So guys, you should come to Africa, and it's really a good place. We have again beautiful ladies as well as handsome men.
Yes, yes, yes. Ready?
Yep.
So guys, right now I'm at the Nairobi CBD. I'll be heading to the University of Nairobi. It's around some meters away from here. So I'll be talking about what Africans generally think about African Americans. They are University of Nairobi students and they know a lot of things about African Americans. And also I'll show you how educated Africans are. So when you come to Africa, that's what to expect. So I'm doing this for you, African Americans. So let's meet you there. So what's up guys, I'm in the University of Nairobi and today we are asking university students what they know about African Americans, and I'm gonna ask them a simple questions and they gonna tell us what they think about African Americans. So what's up bro?
Yes,
You good?
I'm good.
So what's your name?
I'm Abel Rotich.
Well, Abel Rotich, you're a student in the University of Nairobi?
Yes, I'm a 4th-year student at the University of Nairobi.
So Abel Rotich, so there are some questions that I'm going to ask you about our brothers in the United States, the African Americans. So what comes to your mind when you think about the African Americans, their contribution to the world?
Yes, I think African Americans have really contributed to the prosperity of the world in terms of democracy. As we see the likes of Martin King Jr. was one of the iconic human rights activists and one of the politicians who advocated for democracy in the world and the liberations of the African American people. And what really it also inspired the people in Africa, because most of the people in Africa have taken the example of Martin Luther King Jr. He was not a radical, but he used the diplomacy method to advocate for the rights of his people, because he organized the peaceful demonstrations. We never heard of any riots when Martin King Jr. was advocating for the rights of the African Americans. And I think African Americans have a significant impact on the leadership of the African communities, because in the African communities in Africa, because he really inspired many leaders to advocate for democracy. So I think that's what I have, and if there's still any question, you can ask.
That's great, brother. You have a great insights about African Americans. So what can you tell African American who wants to come to Africa, who wants to connect with their roots but they don't know how to come? What can you tell them? Can you give them a word of encouragement so that they can come to Africa?
Yes, of course, they are most welcome to Africa, and we are still, because they are our brothers.
Yes.
And although they are Black Americans, they are still our brothers, because they may trace their origins. They are of African descent,
yes,
though they are African Americans.
Yes.
So they are mostly welcome, and they are indeed given that opportunity to come and join us and rejoice and make Africa a good place for them and even the other, and even the Americans, white Americans, because we were inspired by the way they were doing as they were fighting for their liberations, and of course their gift. We have had African president, first African president in America, likes of Barack Obama,
Yes.
who really made so many significant contribution to the world leadership, and that is it. They are mostly welcome to Africa. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for your time. Thank you. So, guys, that was our brother from Africa who has the message for you. So, cut up. So, what's up, guys? This is another interview that I'm doing. My friend who is called
Kiamba Peter.
He's a student in the University of Nairobi, a fourth year. So we want to hear what's our insights about the African Americans. So, bro, what are the common stereotypes that Africans have about the African Americans?
In most cases, you will find that the black Americans are thought to be drug addicts or maybe terrorists. For example, there was a movie I saw, and this guy actually was a black American, and he went to purchase a car in a car, but the car dealer couldn't sell him the car because he thought this guy is a drug addict. He told him, "You are a drug addict, and there is no way I'm going to sell you this." So actually, the guy had to go back to his uncle, who was a white, for him to go and purchase the car on his behalf. So you see, in that incident, we may think, or the black Americans are thought to be drug addicts or terrorists.
Yeah.
For example, especially if your hair is so shaggy, you can just be arrested for no reason.
Yeah. So that's really bad.
Yeah.
And that's a stereotype that we really need to avoid as Africans and generally other people who are watching this video. So my next question is, what comes to your mind when you think about the contributions of African Americans towards us as Africans, or generally to the world?
African Americans, or let's just to say, generally Africans have tried to redefine Africa and deconstruct the psychology that we had or that the whites had about Africa.
Yeah.
There was a struggle. It has been a struggle in the spirit of redefining the Africa, and you can see, the like of people like Marcus Garvey, like Martin Luther King, and many more. They have really tried and tried to fight for the rights of Africans, and you can even there was that negritoid movement in I don't know if it's South America.
Yeah.
That is where the Africanism, Pan-Africanism started. The spirit of Pan-Africanism, that is why it started. So it has been a struggle and a process, and it has helped to redefine the Africa as a continent. We need to see more beautiful things from Africans that that were not depicted in the before. Yeah.
So that's a really great insight. So one last question, bro. There is an African American outside there who wants to come to Africa, and they don't know a way how to start or how to come to Africa. Can you just give them a word of encouragement so that they can come to Africa? You as an African.
How can you how can you fail to come to Africa? You see, Africa is a continent or a community. We are just one community, and we are so we have so rich in culture. We have very diverse cultures. Good cultures, good experience. We have good places to visit. We have many tourist attraction centers. We have beautiful foods and different types, and just the experience of being in Africa itself, it's something that is worth not missing. So guys, you should come to Africa, and it's really a good place. We have again beautiful ladies as well as handsome men.
Yes. So you've heard from a native African who has stayed from Africa until the time from the time he was born. So guys, I don't know what you're waiting for. That's directly from a native African. So Let's see you on the next
you in
episode.
Africa.
Yes, see you in Africa. We want to see you in Africa. Yes. Thanks, bro.